Hey everybody, it's Eric and I'm back with Matt Bible and we are here for a special edition of Retro Busters. We have Superman 2 from Topps, 1980 Topps, right?
1981. 35th year anniversary of this film. A lot of people argue it's better than the first one. I disagree. I think the first one's better, but this one, especially the Donner cut, is really good. We're doing these because, obviously DC is making the move this year to really capitalize where Marvel has been capitalizing for years. So we thought we would do a retro break. And it's an anniversary break. That makes it even more special. But for those of you who don't, and the gum, thankfully, is not sticking. It's still disgusting, but it's not sticking. For those of you who don't know the story about this film, and right off the bat, we get a Superman sticker. That wonderful, nice retro. Right off the bat, we get the face-off, Zod and Superman. I'll show you the back because we got, and that's the puzzle. Superman carrying the American flag. And so, those people that don't know the story about this film, a lot of things happened. There was a disagreement between the director of the original Superman, Richard Donner, and the producers, and he got booted off of what was supposed to be filming back-to-back of Superman 1 and 2. They had that issue. They had the issue with Marlon Brando wanting $3 million for doing 10 minutes worth of work, which back then, even now, is absolutely insane. I can't even imagine what it was like in the late 70s. Hey, I want $3 million to do 10 minutes worth of filming. Well, sorry about your luck, Marlon. And there we just saw there's another one, pretty much the same image that was on the sticker image. But there were two different versions of this film. There was the Richard Lester, who took over for Richard Donner, took over directing duties. It was definitely a little bit more campy, a little bit more lighthearted.
A little more Richard Pryor?
No, Richard Pryor wasn't in this one.
Oh, man.
No, that's Superman 3. And
swung and missed there.
But, yeah, there's a sticker. Anyway, what happened with this film was it was just chaos, and they still were able to manage to get a solid film out of it. You still had Gene Hackman in it, who was brilliant as Lex Luthor. Yeah. But the Richard Donner cut came about in 2006 when Bryan Singer was filming Superman Returns, and he petitioned Marlon Brando's estate to get a bunch of stuff and a bunch of footage and all kinds of stuff for Superman Returns, which he was successful. So since he bought the rights, he petitioned to do a Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, which they did. Much better film, much darker. Zod was definitely much more evil in it. There's a scene where when they go into the White House, Zod actually takes one of the machine guns and starts picking off the Secret Service guys with it. Wow. And he's laughing while he does it. So you get definitely a much more maniacal Zod. And there's Superman flying toward the Fortress of Solitude, or away from the Fortress of Solitude. But yeah, I mean, it was much darker in tone. I mean, there was a lot of different things that happened in the Donner cut. The Donner cut also brought back Marlon Brando. They did away with Superman's mom, and they put footage of Marlon Brando in that role.
Superman's mom?
Yeah, they got rid of Superman's mom. That was the Lester cut. The Donner cut had Marlon Brando in it.
There's the three villains.
So, yep. This is one of my favorite parts of the movie where they changed the they changed the faces on Mount Rushmore to look like themselves. Which rumor has it that's what Donald Trump's planning when if he becomes president. Oh, we just lost 20 viewers, Eric.
It's okay. They'll be back next time to tell us how much we suck.
Yeah.
There's Superman, the sticker.
Anyway, we are, and I have gum stuck to it. I'll figure all that stuff out later. Moving right along, but yeah, this was, this was a pretty decent movie. And then of course 3 and 4 came out, and you have to drink a 6-pack of Heineken just to forget those two.
Oh, Otis.
Otisburg. Yeah, there's Zod figuring out he's got the heat vision. The one thing I couldn't stand about the Richard Lester film, and I still hate it, is when Superman's fighting the three villains in the Fortress of Solitude, and he literally pulls his symbol off his chest, and it turns into like this giant saran wrap and wraps up one of the villains. And there he is, pleading to Jor-El, "Please, Father, give me my powers back so I can save the planet."
This is a rear naked choke. That's illegal in WWE. You can't do that anymore.
Nope. Unless you're John Cena, he can get away with anything. Yeah. There's a checklist. I like showing these just because you rarely see them in good shape. You know? Because we like to just totally mangle them and destroy them back in the day when we were kids.
All over him. Jimmy Olsen.
There's where Zod figures out, hey, this gun can't hurt me, so I'll just shoot myself in the chest and it tickles. Bringing back memories. I remember seeing this at the theater when I was a kid.
Well, the gum stuck to that one. Sorry about that, Matt.
That's alright. But I'm sure I'll get a base set out of this. And they fire a bazooka at Non, he catches the rocket, and he just... he bends it in half without it exploding, which is really impressive. I'm guessing he used mind control to keep the explosives from going out. But yeah, this is a good preview to the DC movies that are coming out. Superman is always a hot property, and of course, we've got Suicide Squad coming up here in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Superman is looking very gallant and noble.
Now, I'm skipping through some because it's getting repetitive. We don't want to.
Yeah, we can skip through some of these. I'm almost done for the most part.
The fastest boyfriend on earth. There's a double entendre there, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Most of our viewers are smart enough; they'll figure that out. So. Oh man, yeah,
it's gonna be like our colleague Cody Krim. He's a pretty quick guy, real quick, fast, playing basketball. A Child in Danger, the opening scenes of Superman 2, when Lois tries to trick him into revealing his powers.
Yeah, that's something else too about the Donner cut. That was controversial is they said they'd never been able to get away with it in the original releases. That was a different scene. You know how in the original he trips and falls and his glasses fall in the fire and he reaches in and pulls them out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Superman. Well, in the Donner cut, she pulls a gun out and she shoots him. And he finally relents, takes his glasses off and he's like, if it had been anybody else, you would have killed that person. And she's like, nope, I got blanks. She had blanks in the gun and tricked him. And
trickery, shenanigans.
And there we go. There's a sticker of the Superman logo, which means hope, as we found out in Man of Steel.
Here's Lois.
Not too recently.
Well, in my culture, it's an S.
Yep. It's an S where I come from.
You know what? I might get froggy and chew one of these pieces of gum.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, probably not.
Anyway.
I don't think my intro coverage will do that.
That's pretty much it for me, man. I got through these and I didn't even take the cards out that had the gum stuck. Some of them I did, but not all of them. Some of them, but not all. But yeah, that was, interesting backstory behind this film that almost didn't get made, or it was going to get made, it just got made in a very different way, and we almost never saw the Donner cut because Marlon Brando had the footage wrapped up in his estate, and it took his death and 10 years later to get the footage and
last pack here,
all that wonderful stuff. But nice little anniversary break. It's one of those things that takes us back. Oh, there's a double S mirror image.
All right, man.
Okay, let's take this and let's peel it off and see if we can wrap our cameraman up with the symbol.
I did the film. I don't think we should do that.
Yeah,
that might be mean. But here There's a stack of cards.
Yep.
From that box. Here is a stack of gum. So
From that box, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Diabetes. Guys, that was a fun retro break. Again, DC's got Suicide Squad coming out next month.
Coming out next month, and they just had the Justice League product that released about a month ago. So there's plenty of DC stuff coming, I think. So
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fun.
Keep a lookout for it.
Yes, do that. That's what. So guys, you know what we think. Tell us what you think down below. Until next time, I'm Eric.
And I'm Matt.
Just keep ripping.